Okay, welcome back students. So in the previous class we have discussed the files function. Okay, we have two ways to open a file. Okay, one is using constructor and other is using open function. Okay, so we have to discuss how opening files using open function. And okay, I already write down these basic notes of this function. If you see in the previous class, I just write down from here. To use this approach, I remembered I write down the first one paragraph basic definition how to open function used for opening files you see in the previous class, and in this class I continue that part. Okay, I continue from the last portion. To use this approach, declare a stream object, right, without initializing it. Okay, then second statement, to associate for instance, just write down the syntax. If stream, I hope you remember if stream for what? Inputted the file. This is just a coding section, okay? This is not a coding, it's just an example. Suppose this is a file, master.dat means data file. Okay, dat extension means data file. iOS means input output system. Scope result operator use in more for inputted, right? Some line here between this, and after that we have to close the file, right? And close, we use close function. I write down in the letter detailing close function. Okay, again suppose this is a file tran dot dat. Okay, you have to write after this, write down in the side the above handle reading two files the first file is closed before opening the second one. I told you, you just first of all you have to write down. This is necessary because a stream can be connected to only one file at a time. As you see, this is okay. After this, you write down that part. To use this approach, declare a stream object without initializing, then use the second statement as a stream with a file. You see in this coding section, in this example, if stream we use for inputted the file, okay, FILIN, file in, and we have to open dot operator, we use open a file. This file name is master.dat, means this is data file, right? And we have to use this file mode. I write down, I give you a table after that. There are some file mode, iOS, okay, iOS out, I gave you. There is some line between this, means actually this is what, when we open a file, then we must be close the file. And how we close the file? We close the file by using close function, right? And there is two files in this, you see, master.dat and trend.dat, means this is also data file, right? And you see, the above code lets you handle reading two files in succession. Note that the first file is closed before opening the second one, means we must be close the first one file, and after that we open the second file. None other than if we don't close the first one, then we never be able to open the second one, okay? Means we must be first of all close the first file. This is the first file, master.dat data file. We must be close this first file. After that we have to open the second file, okay? Here this ready. The first file is closed before opening the second one. This is necessary. This is necessary, okay? Essential, because a stream can be connected to only one file at a time. Means this stream is connected only one file at a time. He is not connected simultaneously for two files. Stream is connected only one file at a time. You just remember that thing. One file at a time. That's why we have to close the previous file, and after that we open the second one, right? Okay. Now we have to study the file mode, this concept, file mode concept, okay? File mode. The concept of file modes, right? The file mode describes how a file is to be used, okay? Download to read from it, when you associate a stream with a file, either by initializing a file stream with a file name by using file name or by using method. You see, okay, either by initializing a file stream object with a file name or by using the open function method, right? We can provide a second argument specifying the file mode, stream underscore object one line you write down the second argument of the file mode is of type int data type, and we can choose one from several iOS class. iOS means input output stream, right? You see, what is file mode? File mode describes how a file is to be used. Okay, means how a file is to be used for input purpose, means read, write, auto append, means both, and so on. When you or we, same thing, right? When we associate the stream with a file, either by initializing a file stream object with a file name or by using the open function method, we can provide a second argument specifying the file mode. This is just an example, stream underscore object dot open. You see, the second argument of open, the file mode is of type int, data type is an integer, and we can choose one from several constant defined in the iOS class. Means we have to define the file mode. As earlier in the example you see, what is the file mode we use? IO is in, okay? means we have to input at the file, means we input output stream, input file, input mode, okay. Then we have to input a data file, and that's the stream we use. If stream means input file stream, like, right. So file mode we use in every file program, okay. File mode means we have to how file is to be used. We define how file is to be used. For reading purpose means input, output, or append means both, okay. Basic knowledge. I give you a chart of table, and this chart is very important. In exam sometimes coming that which file mode definition is what, okay. I give you the table. You just make it file mode constant. First column is constants, okay, and first one is what? iOS in, okay, and this meaning is it opens a file for reading, that is in input mode. And what is the stream type? F stream, right? Second one is iOS out, okay. It opens file for writing, that is in output mode. This also opens the file in iOS truncated, okay. I explain you, truncated is also one of the constant. I give you trunc mode by default. This means an existing file is truncated when opened, that is its previous contents are discarded, and this stream is, we already know, upstream, right? and third one is this is append. So not append, it is okay. iOS 80. Okay, this is for both input and output stream use. Okay, this 6 end of file upon opening of the file. IO operations means input output operations can still occur anywhere within the file. Okay, and it is for both stream, if upstream comma upstream, right? First of all, I explain you these three constant, file mode constant. First two already we know. First one is iOS in, opens a file for reading, means input purpose. Second one is for output purposes. I give you this iOS truncated, and 80 iOS 80, this 6 to end of file upon opening the file IO operations, and this is for upstream and upstream both we use. Okay, you just continue in the table, you make a large table. There is 8 file mode constant. Okay, 8. And in exam sometimes coming, sometimes when this is frequently coming, the which file mode meaning is what for 1 or 2 mark, and sometimes differences coming I give you. Next one is fourth one. Okay, I write here, you write serially in your copy. There is no space here, so I erase it and I write down the fourth one. Okay, fourth one. iOS scope resolution APP, right? The meaning is this causes all output to that file can be used only with files capable of output, right? And this stream is offstream. And next 5 is iOS trunk, but I already write down in the earlier iOS out. Okay. iOS trunk, okay, TRUNC, and the meaning is this value possesses the contents of a pre-existing file by the same name to be destroyed and truncates the file to 0 length. And next 6 is iOS no create. Okay, iOS no create. This causes the open function to fail if the file does not already exist, okay, it will not create a new file with that name. Okay, last two is left. I first of all tell you 6.4 is this causes append means for output to that file to be append to the end. This value can be used only with files capable of output. Both three, if you notice that both three are for offstream, same, okay, both three are for offstream. Offstream means for output purposes, both three are used. Offstream means output file stream, both three file mode will be used for output file purposes, okay. And truncated means what? You see this value causes the contents of a pre-existing file by the same name to be destroyed and truncated file to be 0 length. And mainly we use file mode in programming. In the program is iOS in and out. Mainly we use ion in and out, okay. And sometimes we use this some in the requirement program. But you have to know the meaning of all of this because in exam coming, sometimes this coming, what is the meaning of this file mode iOS trunk? Then you have to write this. And no create means, okay, to fail if the file already does not exist. Means if file is not exist, then how you create it, okay? It will not create a new file with that name. This all are very easy. And truncated means if the pre-existing some file is here, then how it will be destroyed. And truncated the file to 0 length. 0 length means it will be destroying the file. Zero length means you don't input any information in that file. Okay, we don't have to be inputted any information in that file because it is a zero length. All if you see is all are upstream, means all are meaning is for output purpose, not input purpose. Okay, both three file mode is for upstream. Mean this is not used for any inputted information. Okay, and it is not for the input purposes, right? And last 2 was left. I will give you in the next class. Okay, and okay. You just important is this actually. You see in exam frequently coming this and this. Okay. So this is enough for this class. In next class we discuss and we continue this topic. Okay. So thank you.